Good evening. It's John Irvin with This Week Tonight, and we have David Gagnon.
Yes.
Now, is that originally a French name?
Absolutely. From Canada. It's Gagnon en français. In Canada, it's as common as Smith in Quebec.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
And you're with Mariah Mitchell Association.
That's right.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
Now, what's been going on this summer that you've enjoyed?
Sure. Well, it's been a crazy busy summer, and we're sort of wrapping down now. But over the summer, we have had almost 30 interns that have come in from all over the United States. 30 interns, yep. And they come in each summer, and they help us with our camp programs. We have almost 700 kids that come through our camp programs.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's field-based camps, so we're not putting them in classrooms at the Mariah Mitchell Association. We're actually working in different areas on the island. So they're learning about the ocean, they're learning about marshes, they're learning about the moors. It's a lot of fun.
Now, are these the kids that I see out on their bicycles, or how do you get them to the various locations?
Yeah, well, we have a bus.
Okay.
It's a major operation every summer.
Sure.
Figuring out how we're going to get kids in different places, but we have, that's 700 kids throughout the summer. It's a big camp.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
And what do you have coming up?
Well, we have, we're sort of wrapping up our camp program now, so a lot of the interns are leaving. But some of the things that are coming up now, this week is our last week of camp. We still have marine walks that happen. We still have a birding program. We have our astronomy program, of course, and all of those things just continue on for another week or so, and some of the programs continue on into the fall. But a lot of the work is done, at least with the internship program, is in the summertime.
Now, I would imagine with everything winding down a little bit, you probably have folks on the island that may want to get involved with you guys. What all is coming up for them?
Yeah. Well, what we do throughout the summer and then through the winter time, we have programs for kids on island and kids that are visiting to help with research on the island, to help run our facilities. I mean, honestly, without our middle school and high school volunteers, and in addition to our college interns, we wouldn't be able to keep the facilities going. We really need that help. And it provides us with the assistance we need. It provides an opportunity for these children and these students to really learn about science and to learn how to operate fish tanks and take care of the animals.
Okay. Now, if somebody is watching this and they know of a relative or maybe themselves that would like to volunteer with you guys, how would that happen?
Yeah, absolutely. Just call the Mariah Mitchell Association. The programs that start with the middle school children and the high school, really everybody has to go through a training program for a week or so, and then they transition into either a volunteer, or actually some of our volunteers then transition to paid positions throughout the summertime.
Oh, way cool.
Yeah.
Nice. And I'm stuck.
Maybe talk about David a little bit.
Yeah.
How long he's been at it.
Yeah.
He is somewhat new. So.
Yeah. And I can carry on a little bit more. The internship program.
No, let's have him start.
No. But just to give you a hint, the internship program is actually pretty unique, and I can talk a lot about that.
Well, let's talk about the internship program.
Sure.
Tell me about it. How did that start?
Yeah. Well, we've actually had this internship program going for a long time. Mariah Mitchell really believed in learning by doing. And one of the ways that we've incorporated that into our organization, we've been around for well over 100 years, is that students get to work with and teach. So when you're teaching, you really have to learn. So out of those 27 or so interns that come in, some of them work on the camp program, and they actually have to, very unusual, but they actually have to put together lesson plans each week. They have to get those lesson plans approved, and then they use those lesson plans to teach for the next week. So the parents get information on what the kids are going to learn, how they're going to learn, where they're going to be, and I think that really puts helps us to stand apart from programs around the country. The other thing is we have some interns that come in, and they're astronomers, and they apply for this program, and that program's been around for over 50 years. And those students, they're undergraduate students that are majoring in astrophysics or astronomy, and they come in, they apply. Last year we got over 210 students apply for 6 positions. It's actually more competitive than getting into Harvard or Yale.
That's impressive.
It's the most popular program. Every one of the students that we accepted, the 6 that we accepted, everyone took the position here on Nantucket. So it's very unique because they actually get to work with astronomers from around the country, come here and they work with the students, and they get to do research, and that's a great opportunity for them. It often leads to a career in astrophysics or astronomy for the student.
Now, tell me a little bit about the observatory. Do we have stuff going on there?
Oh, absolutely. So we'll continue actually this year, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights. The observatory will be open, weather permitting, of course, and you'll be able to go and look through any of those 2 major telescopes. Those telescopes are fascinating to me, and it's a great opportunity because most people don't get to actually look through a telescope. These are very large telescopes. You can actually climb upstairs and look through the ocular through the telescope and actually see objects in the sky. We've been focusing on Saturn recently. As you can see the rings of Saturn, Mars, of course, and then some celestial body, either a nebula or another feature in the sky, and we'll focus on that with our very large telescopes.
Nebulas are always interesting.
They always are.
Those are where stars are born.
Yeah, and then we do a celestial tour, and we'll look at the different bodies while people are standing on the deck.
Now, how long into the fall does that last?
We'll actually go year-round with that program. We start to do it once a month, and it's very cold in the winter, but I have to say that's some of the best time for viewing because the sky is crystal clear oftentimes, and you just get to see a lot.
And there's not a lot of light pollution here either.
That's the wonderful thing about Nantucket, and it's really been a huge benefit to our program here. Is there's very little light pollution.
Now, are your telescopes reflective or refractive?
Well, we have one of each.
Okay.
And that's so that is an interesting conversation piece as well, because it's something we can talk about while we're up there. But we have a telescope, that's refractive telescope that's over 110 years old. It's a Clark telescope, and it has fantastic lenses. So you can see Saturn, the rings of Saturn, very clearly. It's really a spectacular telescope.
Nice. And again, if somebody out there wants to participate in this, do they show up at the observatory?
Absolutely.
And do they have to sign up first?
They do not have to sign up. Just show up at the door, and it's a $10 admission fee. Once again, if you're a member, you just get to come in for free. And bring your kids. It's a great thing. We have kids as young as 4 years old, and they can look through those. You know, hold them up there, and they can look through. And oftentimes, it really sparks an interest.
Terrific.
In science and astronomy.
Very good.
Great. Yeah.
David Gagnon, thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
My pleasure.
All right, great.